Thank you everybody for watching this video. Push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and push that notification bell. It will help us tremendously to grow this channel. We have a bunch of stuff coming out for you, the fans, unique content, so please stay tuned. All right, JHK here for the AllStar, and join me right now is undefeated lightweight prospect Evan Elder. Evan, we just chatted a couple months ago, man. You're right back into camp. How you feeling?
Dude, I feel great, man. I'm super excited. It's fight week. I'm
Mm-hmm.
ready to rock and roll, get this weight cut over with, and rehydrate, refuel. Can't wait to eat some food and put in some work. I'm excited to get to step back in the cage and at a different place. I'm really excited to change it up and get the feel of going through the fight night in a whole different place, a different venue, different organization, big cage. Just changing it up, and I'm excited.
I think that's very important. I was recently talking to Mohammed Makayev, and I heard that he might be going down to Southern Florida. I don't know for sure yet. Like he's one of the hottest prospects that just got signed to the UFC, and he was telling me that that's so important when he was an amateur is just to go around and go to different venues, meet different people, and get used to that. Because if you're not used to that, that could kind of get into your head when you actually step up to the highest level.
Yeah, I could really tell whenever I had my LFA fight. I didn't realize how comfortable I was with fighting for I fought for the same organization, Shamrock FC. Awesome organization. I love them. And everybody there has always been great to me and great. They put on great fights and great shows. So I love it. But I could tell a difference when I fought for LFA. I didn't realize how comfortable I was fighting for Shamrock. So it's just another day in the office essentially. So to change it up, have to do something you're a little more uncomfortable with, because it's something new outside your realm of experience. So I think that is very important, and not just to fighting, but everything in life. You gotta challenge yourself. You gotta step outside your comfort zone and experience as many different things as you can, and to really be the best that you can.
Completely agree. And this fight, there's a switch up last minute. You're supposed to be the main event. It's supposed to be a lightweight title fight against Juan Gonzalez. He was pulled. Can you give us the details?
I mean, all I know really is that he had to back out of the fight. I assume it was probably just because of an injury or something, because the way it seems is he's still down to fight. He just can't do it at this moment, so they're going to try to reschedule that for a later date. That just leads me to assume he probably just got hurt. I don't think the dude was afraid to fight me or nothing. Um, yeah, I think he just got injured, and it's so easy, man. It freaking happens all the time. Training so hard, and you take one wrong step, you zig when you should have zagged, and you freaking blow out your knee. It sucks, but that's the reality of the game. So, uh, anyways, yeah, this I got a new opponent. They couldn't. It was hard to find somebody on pretty short notice. So I'm just happy I got somebody, and the show goes on. Fight's gonna happen, and I'm excited to put on a show, get one step closer, and improve my record again.
Yeah, how disappointing was this cancellation to you? Because winning a title on the regional scene can fast track you to the bigger promotions.
Yeah, I was pretty disappointed, honestly. I was really looking forward exactly what we were talking about earlier with changing stuff up and the uncomfortability of something unknown. He was probably going to be the best guy I fought to date. 7-2, good record, real tough guy. And then it had the potential to be really a tough fight because it was 5 rounds, so it could have really made me dig deep and go into deep waters. Not that this fight can't. 3 rounds is plenty of time to get exhausted and have a tough fight, but five is, that's championship stuff. So, yeah, I'm a little disappointed, but I'm a firm believer everything happens for a reason, and God's timing is always right, and hopefully we can make that fight happen on later down the road. I'm thinking a couple months in the next year or something, and get it popping.
Your last fight was at the end of September, so you must have been in camp right away. How many weeks was this one?
Honestly, dude, I don't ever really. I try to live my life as close to a fight camp as possible. So. The only thing that differs is I have to get my weight down. I like eating clean all the time anyways, just because I feel so much better. I love the saying, nothing tastes as good as healthy feels. Because I think it's really true, man. I feel such a huge difference. I know it's going to happen because it happens every time. And, don't get me wrong. It's so funny too, because anybody that knows me knows I'm a fat kid at heart. I love food. So, I'm sure it'll happen after this fight. I'm going to enjoy myself, eat a bunch of crap I shouldn't, and make myself feel terrible because it happens all the time. You go from a super good, strict diet, eating nothing but clean and organic, whole foods, and then switch it up and start enjoying some fast food or some sugary treat. And it's not what we're supposed to eat on a consistent basis, and it's really evident to me as soon as I do that, because as soon as I switch up my diet like that, I feel every bit of the repercussions. So, yeah, I try to, I enjoy myself for sure for, a week, sometimes 2 weeks, whatever. And then try to hop right back on the diet. I'm always trying to train. I want to be getting better every single day. So, yeah, I was just telling you, I think this is my third fight in 5 months. So pretty back to back, because I like to, if I can, ideally, 2 months out is like really when it's grind time, camp, 6 to 8 weeks out or so. So, that's about how much time was in between each fight, I think. So it was pretty much just one right into the other, but, I have no problem with that. Just, excuse me. Just staying busy, and I love it. Like I said, I try to live as close to living in a fight camp as possible. So, um, making weight always is a little difficult, though. That's the hard part. That's the only thing that's different.
When you see people that actually have the opposite philosophy as you, is like their diet is garbage like 90% of the time, and they eat healthy 10% of the time, do you wonder like how do they even survive in life?
I do wonder because I get it because I used to be the same way. I used to have the worst diet. I had the worst philosophy on eating right. I literally and this was like a long time ago. I've been, much better as of recently. Um, but literally before, I remember when I was in high school, like I literally would purposely eat bad during the day. I had no idea. I don't know how I thought this way. I don't know how I even trained, but I would purposely eat bad during the day because I was like, whatever I eat before practice, I'm just gonna burn off, and then it's not gonna be there. So, I would go in. I remember I used to drink 2 or 3 44-ounce sodas a day. I would have, dude. I eat McDonald's and Taco Bell all the time because that's all that we had in my little town. Little Circle K, McDonald's, Taco Bell, and Subway. That I would switch it up, and sometimes I would eat that 3 times a day. I'd have like McDonald's. I would go to McDonald's breakfast before before school, and then I'd have Taco Bell after school with a 44-ounce Circle K Polar Pop, and then I'd go eat Subway for dinner or something. Try to eat better. I was like, oh, Subway, eat fresh. You know what I'm saying? Eat clean. So, no, I do. I understand how people do it because don't get me wrong, the food's ridiculously good. That's something that the food industry has conquered is they have figured out how to make that stuff absolutely delicious and make you want it so bad. So, but yeah, I do know a lot of people that don't eat very well, and then they just when it's fight time, they take all the proper steps to eat right, and everybody says they feel a big difference, and so I do wonder. That was a big turning point for me because I was just like I started eating right during camp and everything, and I feel so much better, and I'm like I should really to get the most out of my training, I should just do this all the time. With this being said, I do want to say I do think there almost is something because I think the mental aspect of fighting, life in general, your mindset is everything, but even more so to fighting. Um, I think there's something to be said about feeling like crap, eating bad and feeling like crap and working through it, like going to practice feeling bad and just muscling your way through and just hammering and grinding. And then once you start eating good and you do the same thing and you're like, holy cow, I feel really good. Like this is way easier. There might be something to it mentally. Like you're used to feeling like crap. And then as soon as you put that good fuel in your money, but you know, I'm not gonna I'm not pitching that philosophy to
Yeah.
anybody. Please, everybody, eat good, eat your veggies, eat right. It's so important. But I do think there could be possibly something to be said about that. Just anything. I'm big on anytime you can make something harder on yourself, put yourself at a disadvantage, especially in training. Train. Put yourself at disadvantages, so it's going to be even easier in the fight. And eating poorly, fueling your body with the wrong fuel is definitely a disadvantage. So, um, like I said, don't recommend it. I'm all about eating right. I think that's the way to go. And uh, but yeah, there might be something to be said for it.
You're a perfect example of, people being able to switch it up and becoming healthier. And, it's never too late to switch up the diet. You know
Never
what I'm
too late.
saying? All right, let's talk
Yes.
about this opponent that you got coming up, the Marcus Andrusia. I hope I'm
I
saying that
think that I
right.
think that's yeah, I think that's how you say it. Marcus Andrusia. That's the way I read it. That's the way I've actually, yeah, I'm pretty sure I tried watching a couple of his fights. That's the way the announcer said it and stuff. So truthfully, I couldn't find a whole lot on him. A lot of his tape that I could find, his most recent fights weren't available. So um, which kind of sucked. I don't like to go and watch old tape and judge somebody off of old tape because, judging myself off of old tape, if somebody were to prepare for me off of my old fights, you would find you didn't even study me at all because I'm a completely different fighter. So I think the same way. If this dude's been training like I assume he should be, and getting better, making improvements, that fights from several years ago aren't going to do me much of a benefit. With that being said, I definitely did watch him and try to absorb anything I could. So seems like a tough guy. He seems I think truthfully, I think everybody's pretty dangerous for the first 2 minutes, especially. Uh, it's easy to come out and go wild, and and the later the fight goes, the more it's going to favor the more technical fighter. So um, I think he's going to come out. I think he's going to be real dangerous right off the bat. I think he's going to be trying to get in my face, and from what I've seen, he's got knockout power. I've seen he had head kick knockout. He had a couple of submission victories. I think his ground is not bad. So I'm definitely not taking it lightly. I'm coming to do the same thing. I'm gonna treat it like a championship fight, and but I just plan on staying technical, out techniquing them. I think my skills everywhere are a lot sharper, and I really don't think that there's no way he's gonna be able to survive a pace with me. He can come out and be as wild as he wants and put the gas to the floor, and I'll do the same thing, and I guarantee he's gonna fade before I will. So. Um, I'm excited for it though, man. It's just another test, and I think just like we were saying earlier with having to step outside your comfort zone, switching up, going to a different organization, something I'm not used to. So I'm trying to, put myself outside of my realm of comfort. Same thing with last minute switch ups. I've been thinking about freaking fighting this other guy, preparing for him this whole time, and had a curveball thrown at me, and we adjust. So nothing to it. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to worry about what I need to do and apply my game. And I think the outcome is going to be me leaving with my hand raised.
Your last fight, it was 20 seconds. So mentally, how much momentum do you carry into this fight from that last one? Because you probably still feel that little hype, right? When you get into that, when you walk out, something's got to click in you.
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even feel like I fought. It happened so quick. So I really, man, I took away a lot from my last fight. That's why experience is so important, man. Like, scratch even the actual fight itself, but everything leading up to it, it's just like it's just another repetition, just like you freaking do bicep curls in the gym, each rep matters. Same thing with going through the fight experience, man, being in the back, or even starting before that, the preparation for fight camp, the diet leading up to it, cutting weight, then dealing with the nerves, everything, and then being in the back, getting your hands wrapped, getting warmed up, dealing with those nerves, just feeling anxious and seeing the crowd, dealing with all that hype. It's all repetition, So that I didn't get much experience from the fight itself because it was only 20 seconds, but I got the most important part of the rep, I think, because the the fight itself, we get all that training and technique in the gym every single day, you know. But the stuff that makes it different, what makes the fight different than the gym, is exactly everything I talked about. Is just all the preparation. You know, the weight cut plays a huge role. You know, you have to learn how to diet correctly and not deplete yourself too much, and be able to rehydrate, refuel correctly, and deal with the nerves. I mean, that's one of the absolute biggest things, man. So, um, yeah. Anyways, man, I took away a lot of good from that last fight, and I'm definitely excited. You know, the head kick knockout definitely was super awesome, and I'm sure I'm going to carry some of that hype, that momentum into this fight, and I plan on doing something similar. So,
Speaking of head kick knockouts, your teammate also landed a head kick knockout last weekend, spinning.
bro,
Insane, right?
dude, he is the best. I love that dude. He's one of the for those that don't know who we're talking about, Raphael Fiziev, um, UFC superstar. Dude, he's such a savage. His striking, that fight was ridiculous. And you know, truthfully, a lot of the commentators and the commentators and even the stats said it was pretty close. You know, as far as like significant strikes, and the commentators were saying, you know, it was a really really close fight. I I I thought, and I'm sure I'm probably a little biased, so that's why I have to, you know, try to step back and try to remove my own personal bias because I love that dude. But I thought Fiziev was winning almost every exchange. He was just throwing more volume than Riddell. So Riddell would land, and he would follow up with three more punches. You know, three more strikes. I mean, but that dude's striking is just next level, dude. It's awesome. Yeah, it's he's the man. That spinning wheel kick knockout was nuts. Super happy for him, and that dude. Not only is he one of the biggest savages, but he's just such a cool, kind, funny guy. Just a good energy to have in the gym too. It's an honor getting to train with him.
You know what's insane is that, you know how I've been talking to you in your come up? Same exact thing with Raphael. Like, I've been
You
talking
as
to
well?
him since he's fighting in Asia, like back in the day, and he was doing
Heck
crazy
yeah,
stuff like head kick knockouts, crazy
yeah,
combinations, and now he's actually getting to show it at the highest level. And Riddell, I think
yeah.
he's another guy that's going to be fighting for the title in the future too.
For sure, and that's something I meant to say. I didn't want to. Dude, that's what is even more impressive about that fight. That is two of the very best strikers in MMA. Like they're both certified killers, high level strikers outside of mixed martial arts. Like they're established strikers in the kickboxing Muay Thai world, you know. And so it was really cool to see that fight. It was a really good fight. It was.
Now you got that momentum of the 20 seconds. Your teammate goes out there, gets the spinning wheel kick. What do you see yourself doing in this next fight?
You know, honestly, man, I'm not planning on, you know, I'm just gonna go out there and you know, do my thing and try to apply the pressure quick. Because, like I said, I think he's gonna come out, try to be aggressive. I think his biggest opportunity is to catch me with something wild, you know. And I think it's a lot more difficult to catch somebody with wild stuff when you're on your heels. So when he's going backwards, so I'm gonna try to come out, be the aggressor, put him on his heels, and you know, apply pressure right off the bat, and then just work, man. You know, keep it simple, stupid, like Henry Hoop always says, and you know, just break them down bit by bit. And like I said, the further the fight goes, the more it's going to play into my play to my advantage because everybody's dangerous for the first couple minutes, and you know, your technique is what really starts to show through, you know, later in the fight. So yeah, with that being said, I think I am significantly sharper everywhere, and I plan on exposing a lot of holes. So I also, you know, I don't want to give nothing away, but I do definitely plan on trying to put them away in exciting fashion. So keeping it simple, but there might be a couple tricks in there.
All right, December 10th, FAC 11. Evan, it's always good catching up with you, chatting with you, and enjoy the fight, enjoy the holidays, the New Year's, and all of that good stuff. And hopefully, we see you in early 22.
Oh man, it's really good talking to you, buddy. Always good catching up, and I really appreciate it. I'm looking forward to fight, and hopefully we can get back on here soon.